The movie begins with the scene of a nuclear attack center in Alaska, where an unknown terrorist organization attacks. Now it is told that Russia possesses such nuclear missiles that can reach the US in just 24 minutes, and that the US only gets 12 minutes to halt the invasion. There are two known centers that can alter the course of the attack. One of them is in Alaska, at Fort Greely, and the other is SBX-1, which lies within the sea. These bases are known as America's Interceptors. Everyone in Fort Greely has been killed by the terrorists. The scene shifts to the SBX-1 base in the Pacific Ocean, where Captain JJ is seen in a helicopter. She then visits the general in his office. They welcome her back and tell her that a lot has been improved since she was here the last time. She later comes to her room, and another female officer tells her that whatever happened to her in the past was wrong, but the way she raised her voice was the most righteous thing to do. She smiles, agreeing with her consent. After she left, she finds a sensational photo of her in the room. She angrily tears it down and feels really bad due to the notion of patriarchy echoing in society. She then fetches a card, given by her dad, and smiles. Then the general comes to her room and tells JJ about the emergency situation. She holds her gun, and they both left. He informs her that Alaska's interceptor base has been compromised. They both then enter the command room, where she meets two other officers, Rahul and David. Rahul tells JJ that a Russian submarine has been detected nearby. Then the general gets a call from the Pentagon, an American security agency. Later on screen, a terrorist is shown. He tells everyone that he will be releasing missiles toward the US soon. JJ tells everyone the impossibility of the situation if they don't get help from the inside. Later on, JJ and the general comes out. General tells her that the security of the nation is now in their hands. Then he tells her that he wants to close the place, but she tries to stop him, saying that there might be innocent civilians in there as well. Suddenly, she glanced at some workers. One of them smiles at JJ and started shooting. The general dies on the spot, but JJ fights bravely and kills two of the men. David also gets a shot and passes out. JJ runs towards the command center and locks herself inside with the only one remaining terrorist outside. She then decides to talk to Alexander, the terrorist. She tells him to abort his mission. Alexander tells her that it was he who attacked Russia and Alaska. JJ claims that there must be a mole within the organization helping him. He replies to this by saying that he has been planning this for almost 6 years now. He tells JJ to give up and open the door, or he will have to kill her, but she pays no heed. Alexander's men comes and begin to cut through the door's metal. He tells her that he has killed almost everyone on the site, making her feel guilty. An urgent call from the White House comes to the command center. She tells the officials about the attack. She tells them that the terrorists will invade the command center within 30 minutes. The officer assures her that help is on the way and tells her to become in charge of the situation from now. Later, the president comes on the call, and she tells her that the Russian missiles are under terrorist control and that they haven't attacked yet. But if they will, the whole America will be shattered into dust. JJ tells him that she will take care of things no matter what. Alexander warns JJ that he will get inside at no time. Later on, he brings the general's secretary and tells JJ that if she doesn't open the door now, he will kill the general. JJ with a heavy heart tells him to do as he pleases, but she won't open it. Alexander kills the man in front of her eyes. She feels gloomy but pretends to be all right. She tells him that she won't open the door no matter how many lives Alexander takes. Afterward, she goes to Rahul and asks him to run his mind through scenarios through which the terrorists can invade the command center. He looks at his pet turtle and claims that there is only one way to enter the place, and that is through the sea. He then goes to open the route to the ocean. Meanwhile, a man invades the place and fights with JJ. Rahul comes back and tries to shoot him, but is not able to. JJ grabs the gun from Rahul and kills the man. Then she inspects the passage through which he came and then dumped his body in the sea. Rahul takes a look at the footage of the center and sees that everyone has died. Alexander tells her that he knows everything about her, but she negates by saying that it isn't possible as she came to the base just a day before. He tells her how she exposed a general who flirted with her, getting him expelled from the army. After this, everyone started trolling JJ on the internet. Her own team got against her, and one day when she went back home, she saw everything wrecked. It broke her heart and she attempted suicide, but her father came on time and saved her. Later on, Alexander offers JJ $30 million to open the door. He tells her that the American military doesn't care about her, but she remains silent. In the next scene, 2 American helicopters are shown approaching the base. Alexander is successful in taking down the first metal door. He comes near JJ and asks her for the last time to open the door. Suddenly, David wakes up and points his gun at them, and shoots Rahul and JJ on their vests, making them weak. After which he opens the door. Mia begins to handle the operating system and that Alexander is excited to launch the first attack. He sits with JJ and tells her that she will die soon. David then ties her and tells them that this army is full of useless and unworthy people. JJ calls David impudent, making him angry, but Alexander halts him. Mia tells everyone that she has now taken controls over the American satellite, and now everything can be shown to the world. A call from the White House comes again, and the officials declares Alexander and David as traitors because they had betrayed their own country. Alexander says that America couldn't provide him with what he wanted. Now they are on live stream across the whole country. Alexander tells everyone that he has 16 missiles under his possession. He also claims that they have occupied the Interceptor base and that now he will release the missiles on America. Then Alexander orders the missile to get launched from Russia to America. Within 12 minutes, this missile will destroy one of America's 50 states. Everyone begins to run. Alexander shows his hatred for America and tells everyone that he will renew it. He tells Rahul that he might face discrimination in America because he is not an American citizen. Then he tells everyone how JJ got molested and that Americans do not deserve her. JJ quietly manages to free her hands and fights off everyone. She locks Alexander and David out. She also fights Mia and knocks her off. Then she presses the Interceptor's defending missile that destroys the Russian missile in midair. She then treats herself and frees Rahul. The White House praises her for her valor, after which she took a nap. She dreams about her father taking care of her after her suicide attempt. Rahul wakes her up and tells her that Alexander is calling her. She goes near him and he shows her dad to her on a video call. He has been captured and tortured. Alexander asks her to open the door or her father's life would be in danger. Her father tells her not to do it no matter what. Alexander orders his men to cut off her father's finger. He again asks her to open the door, but she gave no response, so he orders his man to shoot him. Alexander now uses a laptop and hacks into the base system. He then made the whole unit to drown. Rahul leaves towards the control room and begins to close the holes, which will buy them some more time. But soon David comes there and kills him. JJ feels lamented on knowing this. Then JJ goes to Alexander and tells him that he is not a terrorist, but a person who is greedy for money. She then tells the officers that she will be handing the whole command room to Alexander because she has a plan. The president tells her to proceed. Now David enters the command room and finds it empty. He thinks that JJ has left the place. He lets Alexander in, and he launches the remaining missiles. 15 missiles have been launched from Russia toward America. David goes up to find JJ and tells Alexander that she is not there. Alexander destroys the Interceptor's control mechanism. He knows that JJ has been hiding in this room. JJ appears from behind and kills one of Alexander's men. Then she shoots Alexander and he runs off. Moreover, she observes that the control unit has been destroyed and she only has 7 minutes to halt the attack. She then gets her laptop and connects it to the system. Suddenly, David comes in and points his gun on her head. She manages to divert his attention and throws the gun away. After a brief combat, she surrounds his neck with a steel cable and jumps off of the cliff, taking David with her as well. Due to the steel cable attached with his neck, David's head got teared up and she falls into the ocean. She reminisces her father's words and climbs the base, and now she has 3 minutes to stop everything. She then goes into the command room, puts herself together, and climbs to the top. With only 5 seconds left to launch the Interceptor missile, she manages to press the launch button. Everybody screams with relief and joy as every single missile gets destroyed. Alexander comes up and took a fight with JJ, and even with one of her arm being broken, she manages to give him a tough match. Soon, a submarine comes and its captain shoots Alexander. He salutes JJ out of respect. She realizes that America has sent help to rescue her. After 3 days, JJ is shown in her hospital bed. She wakes up and finds love and respect from all over America. President visits her and tells her that everything is now under control. She then offers her a job as his private security head. She happily accepts the offer. Later, her father enters the place and she is relieved to know that he is alive. He brought her a turtle as a gift and tells her that it's better sometimes to talk about those who we don't forget. The movie ends as she tells her dad about Rahul. Subscribe to see more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.